if I could, love my baby, my son so much that I'm willing to sacrifice over and over again, just, to ensure his life, how much more, does God feel that towards me? Hi, Faith Mom. So, since it's almost Mother's Day, I thought of filming a Mother's Day special dito sa ating YouTube channel. Don't quote me on this, but I heard from a fellow mom na kapag you're pregnant, you go through what they call matrescence. Parang ano siya, yung adolescence, pero mother version, na you go through so many changes in such a short period of time. And you're literally no longer the same person ever again. So physically, di ba, may changes, emotionally, and grabe, napaka-crazy na hormonal changes, di ba? From pregnancy hanggang sa postpartum, tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung pagbabago sa ating katawan, sa ating buhay as moms. And for me personally, not only physically, but I feel like my perspective changed. My heart is also being changed because of motherhood. So, I'm sharing this as a first-time mom. Baka makarelate kayo, and sa mga soon-to-be mamas, ay baka may mapulot kayong something here for you. So, I have questions here. I was supposed to film a video podcast nung March 1, nung birthday ng baby ko. Parang parang kamustahin lang, i-record, i-document yung mga thoughts and feelings ko on my first year of parenting. Pero, ayun nga, pang Mother's Day special pala. So, firstly, how is parenthood so far? Honestly, parenthood at this point of time is still challenging, but I feel like we're more adjusted now as parents, kami ng asawa ko, kasi since meron naman kaming 1 year of experience under our belt, somehow, mas gamay na namin yung dynamics of who's going to do this or who's going to do that. But I wouldn't say na sobrang master namin, kasi the thing with growing a child is everything changes at a fast pace because a baby grows, 'di ba, so much, especially for the first 7 years of their lives. Talagang mabilis ang paglaki nila. So even though na nasasabi ko na kahit papaano nakakapag-adjust na kami, tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung adjustment, kasi even 2 weeks, madami ng pagbabago sa anak ko. 2 weeks pa lang, bigla nang lumaki yung paa niya, nag-growth spurt. 2 weeks pa lang, may bago na naman siya natutunan, may bagong tricks. Kaya, um, ang parenthood so far for me is challenging, but at the same time is really full of learning. There are days that I feel like, not the best. I feel like may talagang ups and downs ang mga araw bilang isang nanay. Kasi sometimes, you're enjoying it, you're having the best time of your life, but sometimes you don't know anymore. May mga ganun palang araw na hindi mo alam kung tama ba yung ginagawa mo. And then there's also mom guilt, pag na-realize ko na ay mali pala yung approach ko sa bagay na to, hindi pala dapat ganun yung ginawa ko. Sometimes that mom guilt also eats me up. There are days that I feel like that. Kaya my emotions are also all over the place when those days do come. But um, even though nangyayari yun, nafe-feel ko yun in those days, mas naanawaan ko na normal. You don't really, you don't live on highs all the time. Kasi kung ganun nga, di ba, pag buhay, may up and down. That's a sign of life. So, I just bounce back again. Ang dami ko na sinabi question. First question pa lang. Secondly, how did you feel when Carrie was born? So, I think I've already been sharing this on my posts on Facebook. Now, when Carrie was born, I laughed. Siguro a few minutes after nun because of relief. Akala ko maiiyak ako. Gusto kong pilitin, char, para emotional, pero hindi ako naiyak. tumawa ako, nag-smile ako. More on sa tawa na part, tawa na side kasi sa relief and di ko akalain na mapupush ko si baby normally. So yeah, tumawa ako. But I was happy. Pero honestly, hindi ko masyado siya na-process. So, more on relief ang na-feel ko na when Kari is born na I'm okay, he's okay. Unang-una that he is well and healthy. Kasi pag labas pa lang ni Kari, umiiyak na siya. Parang feeling ko, nasa loob pa lang siya ng tiyan, umiiyak na siya. Tapos nung nag-crown na siya, wow, napakalaki ng boses ng anak ko. Simula pa nung first cry niya, talagang bass si Kari. So yeah, I was really relieved to hear his cries. It was, really the best feeling for the past 2 days na pinagdaanan ko before I gave birth. Anyway, how did motherhood change you? Gaya nga nasabi ko kanina, motherhood changes everything for the mother. Now you're no longer the same person ever again. You don't see the world as um, the same way that you did before having a child because it really changes your perspective. It changes your heart and it also grows your character. So I feel like, pero to be more specific, I feel like motherhood humbled me because firstly, hindi namin pinano mag-asawa na magkaanak early in our marriage. But it humbled me na na-realize ko na ang buhay ay nasa kamay ng Diyos. He wills kung sino ang magiging, um, He wills kung sino ang magiging tao. Am I making sense? But I was really humbled because I was trying to avoid um, to get pregnant, but I did get pregnant. I did get pregnant, yeah. And I realized na if it's God's will and if it's, He has a purpose for this person, this child, it will really prevail. So, dun pa lang yung na-realize ko pa lang na pregnant ako, na-humble talaga ako because at that cellular level, na-realize ko na ang buhay ng tao ay nasa kamay ng Diyos. And He wanted to have Kari in our lives at nasa kamay niya yun. So, mas na-realize ko lang na, I have so little control. And the best thing to do is to trust God, His plans, and not mine. Because I had plans, we had plans. But everything changed when Kari came into our lives, and it's the best. It's the best thing ever because, yun nga, ang Diyos ang may hawak ng lahat. Kahit na stop mo, di ba? Mahahumble ka eh. Hindi pala ako Diyos. Kahit man pilitin mo, anong pilit mo, kung hindi naman kalooban ng Panginoon, mahahumble din. Yun yung tamang, yun tinuturo sa akin na yun pala ang tamang response sa kapangyarihan ng Panginoon, sa might niya, is to be humble, to acknowledge that He is God, that someone is in control, someone is all-powerful, all-knowing, and that's not me. I think that's what motherhood particularly taught me. Kasi nga, 'di ba, tayo may mga plano. I've shared this before that I was more of a planner. Even now, I'm still a planner. I'm still the planner type. But dahil nga sa, yun nga, what motherhood taught me, I mas open na ako sa plano ng Panginoon at hindi lang plano ko. Okay, next question. How did motherhood affect your relationship with God? Yun nga, I'm more in awe and of who God is now. I appreciate Him more now, kahit yung mga simpleng provision niya, simpleng pag-iingat sa amin, pagpaprotect namin, kasi mas nauunawaan ko na yung heart as a parent, di ba? Kasi naging mother na ako. If I could, love my baby, my son so much that I'm willing to sacrifice over and over again, just to ensure his life, how much more does God feel that towards me? I think I think yun ang um mas na-realize ko now, God's heart as a father, that He genuinely and deeply cares for us. And yung ang ultimate good natin ang gusto niya para sa atin. Hindi lamang good in this life, in this earthly life, but eternal good. What's good for our souls, hindi lang, yun nga, earthly, wise na good, but what's eternally good for us, His children. So, kasi may ganun din ako na may mga times na kailangan kong disiplinahin si Kari kahit na mahirap, pero yun kasi ang kabubuti niya. Hindi ko lang I don't want him to just feel good, but compromising what's best for him. And kasi nga as a parent, ganun na yung mindset ko na I need to do certain things that don't feel good at the time being for his long-term good. Ganun din pala ang heart ni God sa atin, his children. Next is, what advice or encouragement do you want to give to soon to be mothers or fellow first time mothers? Okay, so this is something that I'm personally struggling with, but I think this will be really helpful for soon to be moms and fellow first time moms. So very practical lang is to really enjoy the blessing of the now, to enjoy the present, to be present with your baby. At kung pregnant ka man, soon to be mama, to enjoy, that special time where God is just forming this little human being inside of you, because you'll never get it back. These little moments will really pass by very quickly. Believe me, 1 year old pa lang ang baby ko, pero ang dami nang nagbago, ang dami nang nangyari, gano'n kabilis. So practically, just be present, just savor the little moments, enjoy these moments with the Lord, with your husband, with your baby, kahit nasa loob pa lang siya ng tiyan, because later on you will look back on these days that you'll never get back. But you will remember how God has brought you through, how God has been faithful. Ngayon nga na baby namin is 14 months old na, naalala namin nung buntis ako, naalala namin yung challenges at that time, nagda-drive kami sa rough road, naalala namin yung first 3 months na really tested, really tested our character. Para sa akin, really tested my sanity. But looking back, God really brought us through by His faithfulness, His goodness and grace. And thankfully, kahit papaano, I savored every bit of it. I tried to be really present. And yun din yung reminder sa akin even up to this day na madami pa kaming pagdadaan as a family. Instead of, always rushing to the next season, rushing to the next stage, being so consumed by the future. Siyempre, kailangan naman natin paghandaan yan, di ba? But let us not, miss the blessing of the now just because we're so anxious about the future. So, yun lang. If you're pregnant, enjoyin mo yung mga cravings mo, enjoyin mo yung paglalakad mo na parang penguin, because, that's really a special moment and it will soon pass you by. So that's it for my Mother's Day special, our Mother's Day special. So I'm greeting all of my lovely faith moms out there a happy Mother's Day. You're doing a wonderful job. You're doing a great ministry for the kingdom by investing in the life of your husbands and children. Be faithful in discipling them. I know, kasi personally ako din, madaming challenges, maraming sacrifices, and may times talaga na ang hirap, parang hindi mo kaya. Pero yun nga ang kagandahan, na pag hindi natin kaya, meron tayong Diyos na sasandalan at mapagkakatiwalaan. Happy Mother's Day! Love you all!